When you have a baby, your whole life changes. So much changes in such a quick amount of time. And I've been struggling through some of those things, and I wanted to share that with you. I'm Juli Bauer Roth, the food, fitness, and lifestyle blogger behind PaleOMG. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to share my favorite food, workout, and wellness tips to help you live your best damn life. And today I'm getting a little bit personal. Just talking through some things I've been feeling lately, because I know other people go through these same feelings. And having a baby changes so much in your life. So much is drastically changed, whether it's how you go through your day-to-day, what your night routine looks like, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with yourself. It all changes. It goes from a really selfish life to a selfless life. And it includes all kinds of navigation in the meantime. So there's 3 things I've been really struggling with. And I just wanted to share some of these things. And I share this stuff on Instagram so often, and it is such a reminder that so many people are going through the same thing. And so I wanted to open up about that here and just talk about some of the things that I've been struggling with. And one of the number one things that has changed for me is how much time I spend with my friends. Before I got pregnant, I was able to meet up with friends on a regular basis. I would go out to lunch, go grab coffee, go to dinner, text them back immediately. I really had a lot of time spent for friends. And now that I have a child, she's my number one priority. And then my work has to come really first and foremost, because I have to continue to be able to care for her and to put a roof over our head. And so now I'm juggling how to care for an infant while also doing my work. But then my friends are still there. Nothing has changed with that. So finding time to spend with friends has been really challenging. I find that I forget to text them back for days, sometimes weeks. I don't even notice it. I mean, I have 42 unread texts in my phone right now. Maybe some people don't check their texts, but I normally do and don't have that. And that's because I just don't have time to respond to them. By the end of the day, when I'm finishing up, we get her in bed, and then it's me take a shower, get ready for bed, and then go to bed early because she'll be up in the middle of the night at some point, or she's not napping, and so the sleep schedule's off. So I feel like I'm not there for my friends. I feel like I'm failing my friends. And all of my friends are going through different things in life. You know, they're going through their own ups and downs, their own struggles, their own big personal life developments. And then for me to not be there and to not be excited for them or empathetic for them or whatever feeling I should have for what they're going through, it just makes me feel like I'm failing. And that's the biggest thing that I've found, is I feel like I'm failing a lot. I feel like if I'm not failing my friends, I'm failing my husband. If I'm not failing my husband, I'm failing my daughter. If I'm not failing her, I'm failing my work. I feel like I'm failing all the time. And that is really my own ideas I've put into my head, and I need to work on that. But it's hard to not feel that way on a regular basis. And so feeling like I'm not there for my friends, but also just feeling like I'm a failure. And that sucks. That really sucks. The other thing I'm struggling with is the connection with Brian. And I've heard that the first year is hard for many reasons, but also hard on your relationship. But I feel like sex has become this thing that I want but don't want, because I want to connect with Brian, but I'm so exhausted, whether it's morning or night, because the day, it's a full day of getting work done, caring for her, working out, planning meals, getting all that stuff done. But then the morning, I've fed her throughout the night. She's still not sleeping through the night yet. So I've gotten up multiple times. And so I don't have this want in the morning. I don't have this want in the evening. When she naps, when we would have some time, if she's napping, it's getting work done. So it's like, where do I find the time? Where do I find the energy and the want? And I even feel comfortable in my body. It's nothing to do with that. But your body if you're breastfeeding is being used for something else. And so it's hard to be, grabbed all day long by your infant and then have a person who touches you in a different way. It's a hard disconnect. Disconnect's not even the right word, but it's this hard transition of like, I'm being utilized to grow my child, which is so unbelievable. But then I don't really want to be touched later on. It's like, okay, I've been touched enough. I'm over it. Plus, you add in the idea of, oh my gosh, what if I get pregnant again? Because I don't want to be on hormonal birth control. I don't want to be on the copper IUD after learning more about it. I don't want to use condoms. I'm 34 and married. I'm past that stage in my life. And of course, there's different methods, especially like FAM, the Marquette method, but figuring out my temperature and paying attention to that with everything else on top of it, I'm like, wait, when do I find the time? When do I find the time to do that? And I don't want to have another child. I don't want that right now. I don't know if we'll ever want that. And so I don't want to chance it either. So sex has become this feeling of failure again, where I want it to be part of our lives, but I just am so tired. I'm so tired. And I know so many other moms deal with that, and that will change and that will evolve over time. But it's again, that feeling of failure, which is just so hard. And then the third thing I'm dealing with is this constant feeling of anxiety. And it's not anxiety of something's going to happen to her or anything like that. It's this anxiety that I never can get everything done. I have my list of everything I need to do, whether I need to shoot YouTube videos or reels or get back to brands or shoot sponsored content or clean my office. If you could see what my office looks like right now, keeping you in this box right here, or do laundry or clean the house or text a friend or go on a walk with a friend or go out to dinner or make time to connect with Brian. I don't know how to balance all of it yet. And so I have this constant feeling of anxiety that I feel like I'm going to cry at any point. I'll get this like quiver in my throat because I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get everything done? And I just can't fully be myself, my happy-go-lucky self, because I have to finish everything up and I want to be there for her and I want to be a happy presence for her and know that she is so loved. But I also need to go finish these things that help us have a roof over her head. And so I have this constant feeling of anxiety when I wake up, and usually I get just a couple minutes to myself, which is so nice. But it's like, okay, then it's on to schedule. Everything needs to get done. And I'm a schedule person. I always have been. But now it's even more so. And I constantly have to change things or move things or cancel things to keep up with everything. Keep up is a very general term because I feel like I can't keep up. But that sense of anxiety is just kind of always there. And I know it'll get better. And everyone says after a year, things get better. And of course, like then things get harder and then they're easier and then harder, like all ebbs and flows. But that first year is just like learning to juggle so much. And I think that anxiety also comes down to, how would we ever do this again? Like if we wanted to give Avery a sibling, because I'm an only child, Brian comes from amazing siblings, and we're like, okay, do we want to do this again? Because this is so hard to balance. Plus you have another child with that. So that's that underlying sense of anxiety of like, wait, do I need to do this again to grow our family? But how will I do it? And I just don't feel like these things are always talked about, or maybe other women don't always deal with it. Maybe they were just more equipped and better at being a parent. That's why, some families want to have so many children. And I just am like, wait, can't imagine having more than one. And, my tune may change. But these struggles around not being there for my friends, not being there for my husband, having, the juggling with your new physical relationship, and then having this underlying anxiety. It's a hard time, and I know it'll ebb and flow. But I just wanted to share those because I've shared on PaleOMG.com for 11 years now these different stories in written words. I've shared these things in stories on Instagram, verbally saying that, but it's hard to share a good amount in 15-second short videos. So I wanted to share more here. But just know, if you're going through it, you're not alone. If you're a new mom, or if you're a mom of multiple, you're a saint. I don't know how you do it. Or a parent. I shouldn't even say mom, like parent in general. But I'm hoping that I can get it down soon. I can figure it out soon. At this point, got to get to my next to-do list today. Got to finish that up. But I hope I get better at it soon. So if you're going through it, know you're not alone. I just wanted to share that stuff because I'm sure I'll have different experiences to share in a few months from now that are completely different, and every day feels so different, but that's what I'm going through right now. So thanks for listening. If you want to subscribe, I'd love to have you here, and we can have more kind of personal chats. If you want to share your story, your own experience, I'd love to hear from you below. Leave that in the comment section, and don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video. But I'm here to chat with people, and it's so nice to hear from some of the moms out there who've gone through this thing. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you want to stay tuned, I have a couple more videos I think you're gonna like.